Hey guys, it's your host Mody. We're here at Finca in Ridgewood, New Jersey, where they're known for their octopus and their homemade gnocchi. Come on in and I'll show you exactly what it's all about.
Hi, I'm Marcelo. I'm the owner of Finca. We're here 5 years. We bring a different style of dining, small tapas and plates, something new to our neighborhood that has many restaurants. I want to offer global tapas for everybody to try a little bit of each cuisine. We have a special homemade ricotta gnocchi, as well as the octopus. We have different selections on the menu. We have a vegan section, vegetables section, land, zesty, for everybody to try. All the dishes meant to be shared by everybody. So it's like having a lot of fun.
Hey guys, so right now we're going ahead and I'm sitting here with Nate, the manager over here at Finca in Ridgewood, New Jersey, and they're going to show us how to make their famous gnocchi. So what goes into it, Nate?
Well, we have the ingredients ready here. So the chef right here is going to start mixing them. So we go to the final product. Pretty much we have eggs, ricotta cheese. We're using eggs.
Let me try this. See if I got any of it, just like that.
So
I'm not that good at it.
Okay. There you go. Flour, and we use also salt, kosher salt.
So just so you guys know, here at Finca, everything is homemade. This is all a process. Everything is made by hand, and they make sure that it's ready per order. So everything that you see that's happening on the outside, this is how it goes down on the inside.
And we're adding the salt, and the next and last is the ricotta cheese.
Whoa, look at all that cheese. Now, do you use all that cheese?
Pretty much, it all depends on the portion that we're going to make for the day.
And then what you're doing is you're going to be mixing the
Exactly.
products with the cheese in it itself.
You
All
mix
right.
it up.
This can get a little messy. Now, do you ever do it by hand or do you guys whisk it? Whisking it, all right. So what you guys can see is that this is very similar to making sure that it's very fine. They don't want any lumps between the flour. They want to make sure that the egg is broken up. They want to make sure that when they're ready to serve it, that everything is perfect. Now, how long does the prep time usually take for this?
It's actually a long process. That's one of the longest preps that we have to do.
So walk me through it. So after this process, what's the next step?
After this process, we have to put it on the bag once everything is well mixed. So it goes on the bag, and then we start making the gnocchi by hand, recorded by hand.
Okay.
And we end up on basically what the final product is.
So does it sit for a little while before it's ready to serve?
No, pretty much it's, after it's mixed, then it's just the cutting, like lighting it up and cutting it. That's, like I told you, it's a long process.
But it's also the freshest product that we're going to sell you. So Nate, tell me about the process of exactly how this is made.
Okay, so pretty much this is the final mix. It's already all together. The next step is going to go into the bag, and then we're going to start lining it up and cutting it. We cut it by hand. We do this daily. That's one of the longest processes that we have in the restaurant, the longest prep.
Now, how long is it typically stored till until you give it to the customer?
Pretty much, as I said, this is one of the dishes that we sell the most. We move the gnocchi basically daily, mostly 2 days, but it sells a lot.
So that's what they're saying, that it's coming fresh from here right to the table. So what you see on the outside is this is how it's being made on the inside. So what's our next step?
So our next step is to fill up the bag.
Do you need this? It's like a little ice cream scooper.
So we're going to put flour on the table to work with it. It's going to fill up the bag.
Okay.
We do the flour so that way it won't stick to the table.
To the table, okay.
They already know how big the portions
Okay.
are.
So then after this, then we're gonna go ahead and we cut it individually.
Yep.
So typically we can take it from here to the kitchen, cook it, and then we can eat it.
Only do that, yeah.
Wow. How many pieces does it take to fill up your tray? So they just go until they can fill them all.
Exactly, yeah. Pretty much as much as they can fit. So we throw this in. This is the final product now.
Look at this tray, guys. Someone actually sits here and they sit there and they go piece by piece with that machine to get all this to bring it on out. Isn't that insane? So guys, what we have here now is their seared octopus. And what it is here is that they actually make this from a whole octopus down to one tentacle when they serve it to you at the table. So Nate, tell me, what's the process that goes into this?
Well, as you mentioned, it is one of the most popular dishes that we have at Finca Restaurant. It's a long process to start off. We marinate the octopus for about 2 days.
2 days?
2 days. See,
Oh,
that's how long it takes
man.
to get that flavor. We use rosemary, oregano, celery.
I love rosemary,
We put
the way it
lemons
complements the lemons.
and olive oil, and we also add red wine to the mix.
Let me try something here. Do you mind if I touch it?
No, no, no.
I hope it doesn't attack. So if you guys can see here, it's a whole octopus is what they're putting in here. And what it is, the reason why it's sitting is because they want it to be tender. They want to have that nice taste when the customer's having it. Because if they didn't do it for the 2 days, then it would just taste as if it just came right at the oven and very bland. So with the wine and with the rosemary, they're making sure that not only is it going to cook right, but it's also going to taste right.
So yeah, pretty much after we marinate it, then we cook it. It takes about 3 hours to get cooked.
So you're then, after the 2 days, then we're putting it in the oven for 3 hours?
Yes.
Okay.
It is a long process, and it's still not done yet.
Still not done yet.
So after we cook it, then we take it out. We portion it. We do different the portions that we use. As
Okay.
mentioned, it's one tentacle per customer.
I see why, all the work that's being put in.
And then to serve it, that we're going to see a little later on, we throw it on the grill, so that way you get that charred flavor on it. That's what it gets so squeezy when you serve it.
So everything that you're hearing is that there's so much taste and flavor that's being put into just this simple dish of octopus, and you have no idea what's being put into it because you're sitting down and eating it. So now, guys, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this sucker ready so we can go ahead and give it a try.
Let's do it.
Hey guys, so here we are at the oven, and this is the next process to get this octopus all cooked up. See you in 3 hours. All right, guys, so 3 hours is up. We can finally eat this thing. Let's see what it looks like. Wow, look at that. Completely a different color. Completely, I can't wait to try it. It's gonna taste so good. All right, guys, we're off to one of the final steps. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna fork it on to get it seared. So how long do we keep this on here?
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
All right.
That's you know, that's going around.
You just want to give it that
Yeah.
nice charcoal taste.
That's a little bit crispy.
All right.
And then just start doing the potatoes.
Okay. So we're also adding potatoes with the meal.
So we got the potatoes right here.
So they already have them pre-diced and they also have them pre-seasoned. They give you that nice little starch with that seafood is what's really going to complement this meal.
Okay. Let's put some oil.
So they go ahead and they drop it in a little bit of oil that's already been pre-cooking. And then what they're going to do is they're going to go ahead and mix it all around to really get that browning feel on both sides of the potato is essentially what their goal is. But you also don't want to overcook a potato. You'd be surprised on how different the taste could really be. They really want to get that charcoaly taste out of the octopus, and you can just see it just takes about 10 minutes. And what they want to do is they want to continuously to roll it so it's just evenly cooked throughout the whole thing. Potatoes are just about almost done. Now we're going to start getting our plate ready.
Let's take it off, you know, there we have oil.
takes out a little bit of the excess oil and he drains it inside of his drainer.
Put some garlic.
Put some garlic. That's going to go in there to give that a little bit of a more of a taste to mix in with that potato.
Start cooking with
The smell of the garlic, the salt, the potato, and the octopus with the red wine and the rosemary. Just really, really, so many different types of smells that are really going on here.
salt and pepper.
Some salt and pepper that's already pre-made. And they put some garnishing just to give it a little bit of that nice look. They want to make, it's all about the display. So guys, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to see exactly how the gnocchi is going to be made. We already went ahead and we prepped it. Now from the prepping, they bring it out here and they cook it per order. So let's go ahead and let's start making the gnocchi sauce. So he starts up the oven, he gets it a little bit hot, throws out a little bit of oil to just get that cheese and everything that he's going to add in to really, really cook a little bit faster.
So just put a little bit of garlic.
So they add a little bit of garlic for taste. He goes ahead and he mixes that in. I'm like a sucker for garlic and oil. It's like the smell of it is something else. You add a little bit of onions in there, forget it.
Just put a heavy cream.
They add a little bit of heavy cream to really get the thickness of that cheese so it actually stays attached to the gnocchi. So when you dip the fork in there and you pull the gnocchi out, you're gonna get that whole effect of like the meltiness, the cheesiness, and just, if I keep going, you might eat the screen.
And then put a cauliflower puree.
They add a little bit of cauliflower in there as well. That's gonna be a little bit more for the taste and the texture.
Garlic paste too.
They add the peas inside as well.
And some garnish too.
Some garnishes just to really just make it look a lot more presentation instead of just taste. Salt and pepper is the key to life.
Then we can put the gnocchi on the hot water.
So they take the gnocchi and they put it inside the tray just so they can get it a little bit more. They don't want to overcook it so it's not too soft, but they want to make sure that when you're tasting it, you get that whole effect in your mouth of the meltingness, the cheese, and how everything's going to complement each other. So he goes ahead and he mixes it up a little bit. How long does it take to cook gnocchi?
Like 5 minutes.
So it takes about 5 minutes from the long 3-hour process that they took in the back to the 5-minute process when they're bringing it right out to the table. So the good news is that it's ordered. Once it's ordered, it's being made. It's not pre-made. After about 3 minutes of the gnocchi being boiled, now they're going to go ahead and they're going to add it in the cheese. Oh, look at that. Turns up the heat a little bit just to really get that boiling going. Gives you that whole effect. You can really see everything working out on the outside. Is it sad to say that I can actually eat it right off of the hot plate? Brings it on low just so it brings down the temperature, just so you're not overcooking the process, because we can't forget that the gnocchi was just being boiled for about a few minutes, so we still do not want to overcook the gnocchi.
And take it off and put it on the plate.
And the next thing is then they're going to go ahead and they're going to put it on the plate.
We love coming here. We come here often, and we've been coming here since it opened. And one of the reasons that was so really enjoyable is the size of the portions that they serve, so that you don't have an overload of food. It's just really nice. But the thing that also is really nice is that you can have, like, you know, if you want to be intimate and private, you have that ability. Or if you just feel like having fun and there are people sitting around, and the wait staff is great, that you have lots of fun talking to people around you, and it's an enjoyable evening. And it also creates choice. You don't feel like you're just overloaded. You just feel like you have choice. And the food's so good. We love coming to Finca.
All right, guys, I'm sitting here with Marcelo, the owner here at Finca. We've waited so long for this meal to come out. It's been prepared, and now we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot. I'm gonna start off with the gnocchi. You can just taste the creaminess of the cheese that's in the pasta itself. The pasta wasn't overcooked. And just as you keep going back in for more, thank God you do small plates. If you did big ones, I'd eat them all. Oh my God, Marcelo, that's amazing. And you can even tell just the smell complements the taste. It's just, you know exactly what you're about to get into. Oh man, the octopus, it's not too chewy, doesn't have that seafood feel to it. I'll tell you, if I closed my eyes, I wouldn't even know what I was trying. It's just so good with the taste, the 3-day prep with the rosemary, the red wine, the lemons, the potatoes underneath really complements it, and nothing ever beats having chimichurri on top. You can always drive it down with some red wine. And that's how we fork it. Hey guys, we just tried their octopus and their homemade gnocchi here at Finca in Ridgewood, New Jersey. We showed you exactly how to fork it. Tune in next time with our next episode at Fork It, Let's Spoon. Hey guys, I'm your host, Mody, and we're here at Kilwins in Ridgewood, New Jersey. We're gonna show you exactly how we spoon.
Hey guys, my name is Philip Davis. I'm one of the owners of Kilwins in Ridgewood, New Jersey. I just wanted to tell you something about the customer experience and what a customer can anticipate when they walk into the store. If you look at the front of the store, over the kitchen you see the exhaust. That's very important to be pointing out, because when a customer walks by the store, they get to smell the product. They get to smell everything that they're making in the front kitchen that you see here. At that point, they get to see the theater that's going on. They're intrigued by what they see. They then come into the store and we sample product like crazy. Two of our biggest classifications are fudge and ice cream. We make our own fudge in the store, and we always ask every customer, and it's a requirement, do you want a sample of the products? Then when they go to ice cream, which is 32 flavors of our own ice cream, we will sample unlimited flavors. Talk about a great customer experience. No matter what they're buying, they're smelling, they're seeing the theater, and they're also sampling like crazy. It's a great concept.
Wow. When you come to Kilwins in Ridgewood, you have to try this. Wow. We love coming here. It's great.
Hey guys, right now we're at Kilwins and we're gonna find out exactly how this homemade caramel is made. So what they do is they make it in this big old copper pot, and we're gonna go ahead and start mixing the ingredients in.
So here's our sweet cream powder.
Right now we're adding the sweet cream powder. He has to make sure that he's whisking everything, every bit of it, so there's no chunks that's in there. So why do you do it little by little?
Just so it comes out in a smoother, cleaner process. There's no lumps. You don't see any lumps in the end product.
Awesome. So every step of this is very, very important to make sure.
Yeah, very important.
You guys can start to smell it right from the start. It's the aroma that's coming from it. Now I see exactly what they mean by these vents that are drawing all these people in. As you can see, everything just going ahead and it's all going through. Starting to get all that milky, milky white. Tell you the truth, it looks a little like mac and cheese. Right now we're adding the butter, so we can go ahead and start mixing this and make it a little bit more of a creamy feel. And on top of that, we're also adding a little bit of shortening. So what this is gonna do is this is actually gonna start the process of the color and the changing to give it that real warm caramel look and feel. And right now, he does it with the wooden spoon. So before when we were working, we were doing with the whisk. But to make sure that we're breaking this down as much as possible, they're breaking down the shortening as they're going. And right now, we're about to add all that sugar. Look at all that sugar. Now, how many apples does this make? Would make one thing make?
Exactly 100 apples.
100 apples.
And then excess for our rest of the made in store products, such as our Crispies, Puffs.
So what they do is that they make sure that it's recycled, if you really think about it. So not only are they using it for the apples, but they're using it for the marshmallows, they're using it for the chocolate, they're using it for basically every product in this store. So guys, we've seen them mix it, we've seen them make it, and we've seen them turn it into this. So what it is that about a 2-hour process of exactly what Kilwins takes here in Ridgewood to actually just start and just caramelize the apple. What it is next is it takes about 24 hours for them to go ahead and then bring it into this decoration and make sure that the customer's walking out here with exactly what they needed. That's delicious. Hey guys, we just showed you exactly how we spoon it here at Kilwins in Ridgewood, New Jersey. We watched them how to make their caramelized apples. We watched them how to make their homemade chocolates. Every day is being made. We watched the smell coming out into the public so everyone can come on in. And now you've just been spooned at Fork It, Let's Spoon.